Hi everyone, I am Professor Shalini from Mechanical Department. In last lecture we have seen introduction to vibration, what are causes of vibration, what are effects of these vibrations on our system and various terminologies which are generally used in vibration. Okay, we will move towards next point in unit number 6, that is for single degree of freedom system. In that we will see first point, that is undamped free vibrations. Okay, now let's start with basic, that is what is degree of freedom. It is generally, we will take one example. Okay, suppose we will consider one vibratory system. It consists of mass m, okay, and which is attached by means of spring, okay, to fixed support. Okay, we take a mass m which is attached by a spring to unmovable support or fixed support. Suppose we will consider spring as k. Okay, this mass is constrained to translational motion. Okay, its translational motion is constrained to x axis. Okay, direction in x axis. Okay, so it can change its position from initial reference. Okay, now for this reason it is, we can say that this, as it can move only in one direction, that is x direction, so we called it as single degree of freedom. Okay, the 1 degree of freedom is keystone for most advanced studies in vibration. The system is representation by general model shown below. Okay, here as I explained, mass m is concentrated below by using a spring and it is attached to fixed support. Okay, for example of 1 degree of freedom system is given in figure. Okay, though they differ in appearance, they can be represented by same generalized model. Okay, the model serves to unity a class of problems commonly encountered to bring in focus the concept of vibrations. Okay, this is generalized model of 1 degree of freedom. Okay, now we can see more example. For example, spring mass system is shown here. Here torsional pendulum, it also has 1 degree of freedom. Equivalent spring, mass pulley spring system, fly ball governor, and this simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is also considered to have a single degree of freedom. Okay, now we will see next. Okay, we will move towards proper definition of degree of freedom. The number of degrees of freedom of a vibratory system is its independent spatial coordinates required to define the configuration of system. Okay, we can say that each degree of freedom there is independent spatial coordinate, or it has independent equation of motion, each has natural frequency. Okay, number of natural frequency is equal to number of degree of freedom. For example, a rigid body having 6 degrees of freedom to describe its 3 translational motion and 3 rotational motion. Such system has 6 natural frequency and hence it has 6 coordinates, separate independent spatial coordinates, and it has 6 equations of motions here. Okay, now we will see differential equations of motions in time domain. Okay, we can say that in time domain the equation of motion of dynamic system can be written in following method. There are different methods such as force method by using Newton's law of motion, again energy method by using kinetic and potential energy, and in frequency domain we also have two methods, which are the frequency response method and equation of motion using Laplace transform. Okay, we will see time domain first. Now we will see free vibration of undamped single degree of freedom systems. Okay, here we will see equation of motions, that is Newton's law of motion. Okay, we can say that this method states simply that inertia force on dynamic system is equal to sum of all forces or moments acting on that system. Okay, let us consider a single degree of freedom system, okay, in which we say that a spring is in unstretched position. Okay, let's assume that this spring obeys Hooke's law. Okay, the force in this spring will be proportional to displacement. Okay, that is with proportionality constant, or we can say spring constant. Generally we take spring constant as A. Okay, we can say that the steepness in this spring we can relate it directly to material and what are geometric properties of that spring. Okay, therefore spring like behavior results from its various configuration or vibration in direction of length, or vibration when it is perpendicular to length, or torsional moment. Okay, there will be various configurations of spring. Okay, as we all know, a spring is generally made up of elastic material. Okay, suppose for elastic material of length L, cross section area we take A, and let elastic modulus, we generally take it as Young's modulus, we say it as Young's modulus, or we take it as E. Okay, and let steepness, how we will find steepness of spring, that is K. We all know K is equal to EA upon L, where L is length of spring, A is cross section area, and we know E, that is Young's modulus, and generally this Young's modulus has unit Pascal or Newton per meter square. Okay, now we will move towards the main equation of our system. We will take first example as spring mass system to derive equation of motion using Newton's law of motion. Okay, when mass m is applied, the spring will deflect to static position. Okay, it will deflect to static position, equilibrium position, that is del st. At this position we can find weight of that spring, that is W is equal to mg, or we can say that W is equal to K del st, where K is spring constant. Okay, to determine the position as function of time, the equation of motions are taken. Okay, we can take free body diagram also. Okay, and in this case x is measured positive downward. Okay, now we will apply second law, Newton's second law. Then what we will get, W minus K bracket x plus del t is equal to mx. Okay, from this we will obtain equation. Okay, when we will solve it completely, we obtain the differential equation of motion. Okay, here is second example, that is of simple pendulum. Here also we are using Newton's second law to determine differential equation of motion for simple pendulum. Okay, now we will take next example or next method for determine the equation of motion, that is by energy method. Okay, the equation of motion of conservative system can be established or can be obtained by concept of energy conservation. Okay, as we all know, total mechanical energy in conservative mechanical system is generally sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Here K is kinetic energy and U is potential energy. We all know potential energy is due to strain energy of spring by virtue of its deformation. Due to virtue of its deformation, it gains strain energy, and it is potential energy. Okay, kinetic energy, as we all know, is due to velocity of mass. Okay, for when we consider conservative system, what is total mechanical energy? It is sum of both energy, that is total mechanical energy is constant and its time derivative is 0. Okay, here total mechanical energy is equal to T plus U is equal to constant. When we derivate with respect to time, that is d upon dt in bracket total mechanical energy, we get this as differentiation as 0. Okay, we will see example, that is consider first example, that is of mass spring system. Okay, we are going to derive here equation of motion using energy method. Suppose displacement b x of mass m is measured from its static equilibrium position. Okay, here we consider the spring as massless, then we can obtain kinetic energy as capital T is equal to 1 by 2 m x square derivative respect to t. Okay, here we obtain equation for motion, okay, of free undamped system. Okay, here we taken help of concept of conservation of energy. Okay, in similar way we can take for simple pendulum. Here we obtain equation, differential equation of motion of free undamped system for simple pendulum and cantilever beam also. Okay, okay, thank you.